Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Bree from With Love Bree, and today I'm going to be using a couple of Scrap Diva Designs dies. So let me show you guys the dies really quick. The first die that I'm going to share with you is the main die. Oops. And that one is going to be the 3D Vintage Storybook. I was super excited to receive this die, and I couldn't wait to show you guys a process video or tutorial of me putting one together. So I'll share what comes with that die. The other die I'm going to be using together with this one is going to be the butterfly set. I'll have the names of these down below as well as my affiliate link. And these butterflies are so pretty. I love the details on them. It comes with 4 different sizes as well as the little bodies. And we'll be using the 2 smallest ones today. So let me go ahead and share with you guys the book die. For today, I'm going to be using some cardstock from American Crafts. I don't remember if I hauled this on my channel. I think I got these on scrapbook.com, but I did use the vanilla color from here. I just really wanted to go with kind of like a cream color book, and then have a couple of pattern papers on the top. And so I decided to go with this pastel cardstock set, and I've been trying to, dig in to these because I have a couple of them that I haven't touched yet. So I thought I would go ahead and grab some papers from here. And if you guys don't already know, Joann's is closing. They are literally going to have no stores open anymore. So I am going to be having a couple hauls out. So keep an eye out for that of me hauling from there. My last Joann's haul. So sad, you guys. But anyway, let me go ahead and share with you guys a new paper pad that I picked up, which you will see in the haul. It is the Park Lane Easter Paper Crafting Paper Pad, and it is the Joann's brand. And you guys, they really stepped up their paper pads. I haven't gone there in a long time, but I'm so sad that they are not going to be around anymore, because the paper pads are so pretty. The front covers are matte, and the papers and the patterns are just so pretty. So these are, this is the paper pad that I'm working with. I'm not really doing like an Easter themed book. I kind of want to make it look like a child or children's book. But I thought these patterns were so cute for this die. So I thought I would use this. Okay, so let's talk about the book die. So there's a bunch of dies here, so I hope that you guys can follow along and hope you understand, my process here. But you're gonna have this die right here. Let me show you guys what I cut. Okay, so this is going to be the inside of your book. You're gonna have 2 dies that are gonna be on the inside. You're gonna have 2 dies that are going to be for the inside. So you're going to have this one right here, and it's going to be this piece right here that has 4 panels. So that one you're going to die cut once, and then these right here, you want to die cut this one twice. And this is going to be out of the pattern paper or cardstock that you're going to have for your base of your book, not your layering pieces, but just the cardstock that you're using for your book. And where's this one? It's on the back of this. Okay, so here it is. It's going to be this piece right here that has these 2 pieces right here. So you're going to die cut that twice, and that's going to be another piece that you're going to have for the inside of your book. And then she gives you 2 of these dies, which are going to be the top and the bottom of your book. And again, you're going to die cut that out of the same color cardstock that you're using for your book. You'll have the spine piece, which is this one here with the teeth. You're going to have the teeth at the top and the bottom because you're going to want this to create the spine of your book and connect it to the inside, because it is kind of like a little box. So you can, add little goodies inside, or you can make a type of kind of like a shadow box, and you just decorate the inside. And then you're going to have this piece, which is this large one right here. This is the main piece for your book. So you're going to die cut that once as well. And these are all going to be cut out of cardstock. Whatever you decide to use. It could either be cardstock or pattern paper. So I used this cream color cardstock, and okay, and then let me share with you guys what I did here. So for the lining of the inside of your book, you're gonna, like I said, gonna have like a little shadow box type thing happening. So you need a frame that'll go on top of that, so that it covers up the little hinges. So to create that, you're gonna have two rectangular dies that are gonna be, you know, a part of this large one here. With her dies, everything is already taken apart. You do not need any pliers or anything to cut them out. But these two rectangles will be, you know, sitting inside here. So you want to take those two, and they're the ones without the stitching on them. That's how you'll know. And you want to line them up as best as you can on your die cutting machine. I use a piece of washi tape to put them together. But as you can see, you're just going to create this like 1/4 inch border, or like frame. And you want to die cut that. So once you die cut it and you take it out, it's going to look like this. You're going to use this to cover up the little hinges on the inside of the book, so try your best to get it lined up as best as you can. I'm just going to keep this washi tape on here, and I could just keep using it until it gives out. But that'll just, you know, just ensure that the pieces match pretty good. I did my best, and I feel like they lined up pretty well, so I'm just going to keep my washi tape on there, and then I can just reuse it until I need to change the washi again. So I did die cut that piece, and I used this green and white gingham paper. For the spine piece right here, the larger one that's on here, I did die cut that out of pattern paper as well, which is the gingham. Everything here is pattern now. So this is the gingham for the spine. You're going to need a couple pieces for the inside of your book. So like I said, you're going to have like a little shadow book type thing in the inside. So you want to line the inner parts. So for that, they're going to be this this thin one right here and this small one right here. So you want two of each one. So I use this butterfly paper that has like gold foiling on there, and I just loved this butterfly paper. So I don't know if you guys can see. So pretty. So I did that for the sides and the top and bottom. And then you're obviously going to need the front and the back of your book. And you guys, with this pattern paper, I wanted a specific part of this pattern paper. And you really did not need to do this with what I did. But I just used my paper trimmer and I cut out a rectangle that'll fit perfectly on one of these dies, which is this one right here. And I just cut it a little bit bigger, and then I put this through my die cutting machine, and then I got exactly where I wanted it to be die cut. Now you can cut this page up, you know, and obviously get it out like this. The reason why I didn't want to do that was because I didn't want little scraps of, you know, certain parts. I wanted still like whole pieces here in case I wanted either a long strip here or a long strip here. That's just me. That's how I craft. I don't mind doing that to my pattern papers. It's really up to you on how you do that. But that's how I was able to get like a specific focal point on my book, because I thought this little girl bunny with her dress and the bird and just everything about it, the butterflies, the flowers, they're just so cute for a little children's book. So I wanted that to be my focal point for the front of it, and so that's what I die cut. Now I did have washi on here, and so it got all messed up right here. I'm going to do, you know, I'm just going to cover this up with a die cut. So I have no, you know, concerns for that. But definitely, you know, try your best to take off as much sticky from your washi tape so it doesn't ruin a piece that you worked so hard to die cut. So that is how the front and the back are going to look. I did not stitch this because the faux stitching is just so detailed on here. I did not want to take away from that. So I did keep it as is. And then I die cut a third one. So you're going to use the same dies. They're the exact same. You get two of each, which is really fun. You get two of each of these because they match the, you know, they're the exact same size. But you want to die cut again for the inside of your book for the left side. Now for the right side where the shadow part is, you do want to measure that. There is no die for it. I die cut mine 2 7/8 by 4 7/8. 4, yeah, and 4 7/8. But I may have to cut it out smaller once I get it put together. But this is just like my beginning point. So that's what I have here, and this is the pattern I chose. I just want to show you guys because I haven't had my haul out yet, but you guys will see it because it'll be out before this video. But like, it has these little specks of gold. It's so cute. So I chose that, and then this is my inside piece. And then I just die cut this. This was from a cut apart that is part of the paper pad. And I just thought it would be really cute to use on the inside cover. And we'll be adding just a couple more embellishments. So that is it for the die cutting. I hope that wasn't too confusing. But let's just get started because this video may be long. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to crease down all my pages here, or all my pieces. Okay guys, so I did some major off-camera prep because a lot of this was just gluing down the pattern papers. So I'll go over what I did so that way you guys can kind of see which ones you can put down now. A lot of this stuff is just going to be glued on the right side of the book and the spine. So I already glued this pattern paper. I'm actually just going to glue the size that I told you. I think it was 4 7/8 by 2 7/8. This rectangle in the center measures 3 by 5. So if you guys want to do that, you can do it as well. I realized that once you put this part, like I told you, there's going to be 2 pieces for the inside of the book. Once you put this inside of there, you won't even see any of this on the outer edge. So I was like, why do I need to, you know, cut it smaller? You won't even see it anyway. So I already glued that down. I also glued down my pieces, these little panels for the inside of the shadow box. And then I also glued the inner piece on the left side of the book and then the front and back covers of the book. It's already looking cute. But I did skip out on the spine because I do want to break the fibers of the pattern paper and the cardstock so that way it does shape a little bit better to that rounded shape for the book. And then we also have this frame, which is going to go on here after we glue it. And like I say, in every 3D project that I create, you want to have some kind of creasing tool. Doesn't matter what it is. It could be a popsicle stick or ruler, but you want to score. I keep saying scoring, but you know what I mean. You want to fold these and crease them as best as you can because when it comes to 3D projects, it helps create a very clean project. So that's why I do suggest doing that, and it also makes it so much easier to put it together. Okay, so now that we got all that done, I hope that all made sense. We're going to just glue these pieces together. So to do that, I'm going to take my liquid glue. You can use hot glue, you can use, you know, double-sided tape. I'm going to adhere this to each other. So I'm just going to put glue on the inside flap there. And I'm going to glue this down, lining it up. And just make sure that they line up nicely. Alright, so here's what it's looking like. It's just literally one long piece now. So I'm just going to take this piece here, put glue on the inside, and adhere it to the back. So that's what you want it to look like. You're literally going to have these all facing outward. And what you're going to do is you're going to glue this down into here. And you just want to make sure that you line them up perfectly within those score lines so that way when you fold this over, they match nicely. So I'm going to go ahead and glue these down now. This is going to go this way. So I'm going to add my glue. And again, just add as much glue that you can. I'm going to use my bone folder, and I'm just going to go right on that piece and just make sure it's glued down good. I'm going to do that to every piece here. And again, you just want to make sure that these pieces are going to fold right up here. So just line up this flap here to the score line and then glue it down. Okay, so now that we have that, this is going to get glued. As you guys can see, these corners here, these are going to get glued on top of here, right? Now these little flaps here, you're going to want to glue those down to this. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and do all of that here to make sure that these get glued down good. Now you can make the box first if you'd like and then put this in. It's up to you. I kind of like that this is open so that way I can make sure that they're lined up nicely. But again, sometimes I like to make my life harder than it should be, so you could do whichever you would like. So you can create this little outside box here first and then put this inside piece. It's all up to you. Okay guys, so again, it's up to you on how you want to do this part. I definitely would prefer putting the box together first, just so that way you're not struggling getting into these flaps. I just use my bone folder, but it's definitely a little bit more work than you having it already put together. So it's really up to you. But yeah, I just put my bone folder inside and I literally just, you know, glue it on there. So I'm going to do that to this one as well. Okay, so now I'm going to open up these flaps right here. I'm going to add glue to the inside here. And just, again, add as much glue that you can because you want to adhere these two pieces together. Like so. Okay, so again, you just want to try to put as much glue as you can, and then once it's on there, you're going to have this little box like this. And I don't know if you guys can see up here, they all match up here in the corners. So now what we're going to do is we're going to use the frame that we created with those rectangular dies, and that's going to get glued down here onto this part right here. So I'm going to go ahead and add some glue to this. I'm going to make sure I get these little openings here too. Okay, so now that is glued on, and as you guys can see, there is a frame. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to start curling this up here. So I have this Sizzix tool. This is used to make like larger paper flowers. This is a little bit harder because you have these little teeth pieces. Just, yeah, it's a little bit harder. So what you can do is you can use, just like making flowers, another great way to break the fibers is to use a ball tool. I will have one linked down below, the ones that I use. This has a large one, which is perfect for these larger areas, so that way you can curl it up. So what you would want to use with this to help with the curling is a foam pad. Where is mine at? Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and bring in this foam pad. You literally could just use any kind of foam pad. And I'm going to start curling this up, and I'm just going to go in a circular motion, and you're literally just breaking the fibers in your paper. Especially if you're using a thicker cardstock, you want to break those fibers. And it's okay if it's like, you know, wrinkling up the sides here. Okay, so now with this piece being curled up like this, it's okay if it's all like, it's okay if this piece is a little bit on the wrinkled side. Is it focused? It's okay if this is like a little bit wrinkled. You're not going to see any of this because this is going to get glued down onto here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this tool because this doesn't have the teeth, and I'm just going to curl this. Okay, so now it is curved, as you can see here, and then these are going to get glued onto there. So I'm going to do the same thing with this and just curl it up just a little bit. And if you don't have any of these tools, I'll link this one down below as well. You can always use your bone folder and just take it and go up against the edge and just try to break those fibers. And that's just so it's easier to mold into that shape. So I'm going to glue that down, and then this one, because this is going on the inside, I'm going to be going the opposite way. So I'm just going to bring this and go inward. You can do this after it's been glued, but sometimes I just like the way it curls when it's not glued yet, because sometimes it's a little too like stiff, if that makes sense, from the glue. So as you can see, it just curls. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and glue this down. And just use as much glue as you can. This is on the spine, so the more glue the better. And while the glue is still wet when you glue this on here, try to start kind of, you know, shaping it. So that way it kind of, when it does start to dry up, it dries up in this shape, if that makes sense. So I'm going to try my best to move quickly here on this too, so that way I can, you know, move it around a little bit. Okay, guys, so now this is the part where we're going to create the little rounded part for this edge right here. So to do that, these pieces right here are going to get glued to this box, just like this. This part you want to try to take your time on, because you want to make sure that it is clean here when you glue it. What I mean by clean is that they match up pretty well here to the box, so that way it looks nice and clean. And then on the top here, that's where those little pieces here that have the oval top go to glue it down. So that way it covers up those little teeth. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and again, use tons of glue. And try not to rush. Okay, so once you have that glued on there, so you're going to take the other end and do the same thing. We're going to add glue and glue it to the box. Okay, guys, and you just want to take, you know, whatever tools that you have, and you really want to get in there and just make sure that it is glued on there really well. Okay. So, now, you have this here, as you guys can see. And now what I'm going to do is glue these pieces on. And when you glue this on, you want to try to shape where the teeth are. You want to shape this so that way it looks nice and clean on top and bottom. So I'm going to use hot glue, you guys, so it's quicker. But I'm just going to add my hot glue. Gotta be quick with this. I get nervous using hot glue now, so let's do our best. Okay, guys, so now that I have that on there, it looks like this. And now what I'm going to do is put that inside of here, and when you put this inside, you want to make sure that it lines up within the center here. You don't want it to be, you know, too high up or too down low. You want to try to line it up as best as you can. And you also want to make sure that your book is even. So I'm going to push my box in to the spine, and I'm going to make sure my edges here are even on both sides. Okay. So I'm going to take my glue, and I'm going to put some glue on here. Okay, and then I'm going to lay it in here. Again, just make sure it's straight. So now I'm going to push down on this. I'm going to go ahead and add some glue to this part right here, which is the spine. And then again, just add as much glue as you can. Okay guys, so now we got that on there. This is what it's looking like. So cute. I love this paper. And then when we open this up, it looks like this. So adorable. You could put, you know, little things inside of here, some gifts, whatever it is that you want. And you can embellish this however you would like as well. I'm going to just do quick embellishing. I did kind of get some things ready. I'm also going to show you guys kind of how I put my butterflies together for this. So I am going to include that in this video as well. But I am going to put this on here, this little bunny. And so I'm just going to glue that down with some liquid glue. And this is just a cut apart from one of the 12 by 12 papers. And I did cut it down just a little bit to make it a little shorter because I want to use some of this fabric that was part of my spring kit. And I'm going to add it onto here because I thought it just matched so quickly with the pattern papers, and so I'm going to add that with a little bit of hot glue. Let's do it that way. So cute. I love this fabric, you guys. So I did have some excess pieces after making the kits, and I just tore one off here. You could just tear it off, and it gives it that little fringe at the bottom. How cute is that? Okay, and then for the butterflies, let's do that first. So this is how my butterfly turned out. And you guys know, if you've been around, I love butterflies. And so this is how mine turned out. This is the medium size. I'll share with you guys how I did it. So if you guys remember in here, there's little specks of gold in here. So to do that, or to include that on my butterfly, I did add some gold little glitter dots on there. And then I added some diamond dots to make it more shiny. And then I did use some of this floral vellum on top of pattern paper. So I'm going to go ahead and show you guys quickly how I did that. So again, using the same tool, I took the wings and I just started to curl them to give them dimension. If you don't have one, you can use your bone folder. If you don't have a bone folder, you can use a paintbrush. Anything you have to help you round your die cut up. One thing I do want to share with you guys is be careful with the antennas because they are very fragile. I did rip mine off, but you won't really see it since the body does have the antenna as well. So I'm going to go ahead and do that to the vellum piece as well. The vellum's a little bit harder with this tool, so I try to just help it a little bit, and then once I have it on the cards or like the pattern paper, I do it again. So I'm going to glue this down with some hot glue And then before I add the body, I'm just going to curl it a little bit more. I'm going to add the body now. And I don't add glue to the antennas, just so that way there's a little bit more dimension in that area. Okay, and then I'm just going to clean this up because I got a little bit of hot glue on the outer edge here. And that does bother me. Okay, so. Okay, now I'm going to take my tool again and curl these up. So I'm just going in a downward motion. And then I'm just lifting up the wings. Just so they're flapped up a bit. Okay. Then I took some diamond dots. And diamond dots that I have are these iridescent ones. I have some linked in my storefront down below if you guys would like to grab some diamond dots. They're not the exact ones that I got, since these are from Joann's from years and years ago, but they do have iridescent ones that you can, there's different colors that you can pick from, and I'm sure the white is in there too. So let me show you guys how I did this. I'm just going to add one here because it's smaller, so I'll add one here and then two. And someone asked where I got my rhinestone tool, asking if I make them. Yes, I do. I do make custom ones. If you guys are interested, I'll have my video down below, so that way you guys can get all the information on that. But yes, I've had a couple orders where I've already created some custom ones, so if you are interested in a custom one, you can definitely message me. Okay, and then I also put diamond dots on the antennas, just so that way there's like, some dimension on there. Okay, next I did the gold glitter, and you can use any gold glitter you have. Now this is the Tim Holtz glitter, which I don't think is available anymore, which I'm sad about. We're going to go ahead and add some of this, and I just did 3 little dots in different sections. So I'm going to go ahead and do that again. And I'm just dotting it. This is when a fine tip glue bottle comes in handy. And I do one side at a time, especially since my diamond dots are still wet. And I'm just going to sprinkle some of the gold glitter on. And if you have an anti-static tool, where's mine at? I don't even know where mine is. You can use it on here because the glitter does get a little bit caught up on the vellum. I just use a paintbrush to get rid of that. Okay. And then I just take the brush and go around to dust it off. Okay. And then whatever glitter stays. It'll come off eventually. Okay, so now I'm going to put these butterflies inside here to add some dimension. Do I want to pop this one up? Yes. Okay, so I'm going to add some foam tape to this. And okay, I'm just going to glue it inside here. How cute. If you guys can see. So now I'm going to add the smaller one. And I'll pop that one up too, which might be a little bit harder because I just put the glitter on there. I'm going to do my best. How cute is that? It's like a little mommy butterfly and a baby butterfly. How adorable are these butterflies, you guys? I don't know if you could see the details. It's a little bit hard on this vellum, but you guys can see those lines right there. Those are all the details from just the die cut itself. How cute are those butterflies? I am so happy that I have these butterflies in my stash. If you guys are interested in the dies, I will have them down below. Now let's go ahead and just decorate the front. It's going to be super simple. I have this bow right here, which I'm going to place right on top of here. And then I'm going to add this, which is part of the die cut, or the die set, right here. So she has storybook in a like cursive font, and then this font right here. And this is a layering one. They both are actually. This one is 2 pieces. The actual letters here all come out separately, so you can always mix and match colors if you'd like. I just stuck with the pink because the inside doesn't really have pink. It's all like blue and green, just a little bit here. And so to bring in from this flower and the bunny's face, I thought I would go ahead and use that on here. And this is going to cover up that little ripped piece of the pattern paper here from the washi. So I'm just going to line it up to where it covers it. And this is going to get glued here. So I am going to pop this up. So let me put some foam tape on here. I am going to use my big roll here, and I'm just going to cut like some thin strips, or actually I'll have this link down below in case you guys are interested. Oh, in case you guys are interested in that, but I'll also link down these strips because these come in handy as well, especially for things like this. So you can literally just put a line of, ooh, this is perfect, and that'll just stay up like that. And then just take another piece, and then you cut however long you need it, or short. And bam, perfect. So I'll just glue this down. How stinking cute is this? And what I did to add just a little bit of dimension to the title here, I used a white gel pen to add some details to the letters. I don't know if you guys can see. So I did that, and then you guys, I wanted to bring, the reason why I added this fabric to the inside was because I knew I was going to add this bow to the outside here. So I wanted to bring in more of that fabric to the inside of the book. So that's why I decided to use that on the inside. Oops. Wait, did that make sense? The reason why I wanted to use that fabric on the inside was because I knew I was going to use the bow on the outside. Sorry you guys, I'm honestly just, woo, my mind is foggy right now. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and add this now. Okay, you guys, so there's that. And then you guys already know I cannot just leave this as it is. So I am going to add, I pulled aside some Nuvo drops and liquid pearls. Now I don't know if I want to use, or which one I want to use. I'm kind of leaning towards this, which is the vintage drops. I feel like this blue would really bring in some of these things here. Or I could do the pink because of the storybook, but it's not the exact pink that I want. What do I want to do? I think I'm just going to go with this. Do I want liquid pearls or this? I don't know. Okay, I'm going to go with the Nuvo drops. This is the Dream Drops. The reason why I'm going with this one over the Diamond, the Liquid Pearls, is because I don't know if you guys can tell the difference. Probably not. It's a little hard. But this has a pink shine to it. This one doesn't. It's more of a silver. The reason why I want to use the one with the pink is because the title. So what I'm going to do is, this is called Cloud 9. If it's available, I get these on scrapbook.com, but if it's available, I will link it down below. Or if it's like available on Tonic Studios, then I will also put it there as well. So what I'm going to do is add some dots, and I was going to do a border, but because of this bow, I think I'm just going to do dots around. So let me do that. So cute, you guys. Look at this. But there it is, you guys. Here is my little book. So cute and so fun. Sorry if this video, I just want to apologize. Sorry if this video was all over the place, or if it didn't really make much sense, you guys. I don't know. For some odd reason, my brain is just not working tonight, I guess. But I do hope that you guys enjoyed watching me putting one together. And I hope you guys can get your dies so that way you guys can create one. I do love these butterflies. I do suggest them. They are so gorgeous, and they also are different than any other butterfly dies that I have in my stash. And you guys, I have a lot of dies. Okay, so when I say to grab something, I do recommend that. That means that I just like, I love it, and I love my butterflies. So if you guys are butterfly girls like me, I do recommend grabbing this die. But I hope you guys enjoyed watching me put this together, and I hope that you guys like how my storybook turned out. But I hope you guys have a great day, whatever day it is that y'all are watching this. If you guys are interested in getting the die, I will have my affiliate link linked down below. I do get a small commission from that. If you guys do use it, it is free for you guys to use. I'm not forcing you guys to use it either, but thank you to everyone that does use it as well. It does support me and my channel, so that way I can continue creating content for you guys. But I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Let me know what you liked about it down below in the comment section. But yeah, guys, I will talk to you guys in my next video. Bye.